Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'll show you how to make a keylogger in D. So why D? In my opinion, D is better C++. It's easier to set up and I like the syntax better. So how do you get it? Go to the official website dlang.org and download DMD. DMD is the easiest to set up. It's very similar to Python. Just press install and it installs it for you. I already have it installed, so open up Visual Studio Code. So this is the keylogger bad. Basically, I just got this from a YouTube video. It was all in C++ and I converted it to D. A lot of if, else ifs, some kind of yandere dev stuff. But we'll fix that. That's why it's called keylogger bad. And yeah, let's fix that too. So this works, right? It works, but it's ugly. So what we want to do is we want to make a nice one. So make a file called keylogger.d. Now we're going to want to import some stuff. Import the standard library. We also want to import the file. I'm kind of new on D, so I need to look at these imports. So you don't need to install anything. These are all standard. We can just copy this. And now we can make a void main. What's that going to do? We're going to want to, every time a key is pressed, we're basically going to have a loop that listens for when a key is pressed. And when a key is pressed, we're going to save that to a file. Simple stuff. That's what a keylogger does. So first, a good keylogger, someone's not going to notice it. So what you're going to want to do is free console. Except if we do that, we can't run it in VS Code, so I'm going to comment that out right now. We're going to uncomment that when we want to give it to someone. So we're going to have a car I. And then we're also going to have the time sleep variable. And then we're going to make the loop. So while true. Actually, okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to listen for a key event. So we're going to have for this. I just copied this over. So we're going to do if get async key state car I equals negative 32767. We're going to save it. So right now save is not a function, but we're going to make it a function. So I think it's a void save. We're going to need to pass in the file and the key. So string file. We're going to call it full because yeah. And we're going to have an int key. Put underscore in front of it. And then we're going to basically open the file, write the key, then close the file. So we're going to do file out put full. Actually, now we can call this file equals file full, comma, and the mode we want to open it in, which is appending stuff on it. So to make sure that the key is correct, let's cast it equals cast. I don't think we have to do this, but I'm just going to do it to be safe, just to make sure, double make sure. Wait, no, that's stupid. That's literally an int. Okay, never mind. So the letters of the alphabet and the numbers, what are they? So if we go to key codes, 65. I think that 1 is less than that. Okay, 49. And then what is Z? 90. So 49, 90. Or 990. All right, so if the key is greater than 48, which is one less than the lowest number, and the key is less than 91, yep, then it'll just write output file dot write line, and then we'll cast it into a character key, which will basically take that integer like 65 and then it'll turn it into A, or B, which is 66, and turn it into B. So we do that, and semicolon, of course. Then actually we can start filling this out. So we're going to have a hard-coded file, which is keylog.txt, and then the key, which is I. All right, and oh, we're actually going to want to sleep, so it's not taking up 100% of the CPU. So we want to sleep 10, just to make sure, just to basically make sure that it doesn't take up too much CPU and the person notices it. So sleep for 10 milliseconds, that'll be plenty. And now this is a working keylogger. We can compile this. DMD. Oh. Run this keylogger.exe. Now when we press the button, yep, keylog.txt. So I press D, type out my name, Zachary. But notice I press space, it doesn't do anything. So I'm pressing space, it doesn't do anything. I press the mouse, it doesn't do anything. I press scroll wheel, I can press control, I can press shift, alt, tab, right shift, alt, function, arrow keys, it doesn't do anything. So it's not really a good keylogger if it only gets letters, because people do other stuff. They press shift, they make these special exclamation point, @ signs, those characters. So how do we detect those? Well, there's something called virtual keys, which is things like Control, Alt, the Windows key, Shift, and you have to make those yourself. So that's why there's these if-else for these virtual keys. That's a lot of if-elses. So how can we fix this? We can fix this with metaprogramming. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a static for each. I 0 to 136, which is the number of virtual keys. And then we're going to need these virtual keys. So where do we get them? Well, if we go to this old keylogger, if we press Control and then press, we'll go into the WinUser.d, and all of the key codes are in here. So we'll copy these, don't go too far. And now we're going to make a Python script. Okay, let's first put them into somewhere. So we're going to put them in keys.d, paste those in. Alright, delete, okay, so delete everything. If it says module keys, then delete that. Put it all flush left. And just like this. Alright. So now what we're going to want to do is find VK, basically in VS Code, find VK, then replace it with VK. We'll replace all of those. This will just make it easier. We don't have to parse so much in our Python script. All right, so now let's find equals, and we'll replace that with that. With a, okay, I just said that. Well, all right, now we're going to find all the commas and delete them. Until we have this, which looks much nicer. So we're going to make a parse.py with open keys.d. Make sure to save this. Keys.d, comma read. We're going to, for a line in, all right, and we're going to call this full line in file. Line array equals line.split, and we're splitting this on the spaces. So we're splitting this spaces. And with, all right, so for x in line array, actually no, in range 0, comma 1. Actually, we'll make this 2. Line array x equals line array x dot strip new line. This is sanitizing it for later. We're going to want to do this. And then we're going to do with open output put 1.txt comma a plus appending. We're going to write, wait, how do you do this in Python? Oh yeah, first you got to do this file one dot, oh, Python's really wordy now that I think about it. File1 dot write line array 0, and then plus a new line. That should be it. And then with open output takes 1.txt put 2 as file 2 dot write, and then line array 1 plus slash new line. That should be it. All right, let's run this. Right, okay, so delete all of this, sorry. And we're going to want to put a comma in between here. Comma. You're going to see why later. Okay, can't copy this the normal way. And here. Now let's rerun this. All right, good. So copy this. Go back to your keylogger. We can close out this. This, yep, and then make an array. So int vk keys int, or vk int for short. Put a semicolon after that. Now format. So these are the vk ints, the integers. Now get the strings. format this again. And they're static for each. Variant this out. If key equals underscore I. Wait, no, not I mean vkints I. So if the key integer equals the vkints integer, then we're going to do output file dot write line. And actually, wait, before I forget, this should be write, not write line. This means that it doesn't make a new line, so it's a little bit more compact. We're going to write line a vk string I. So basically, we'll just take that int and then convert it to the string that's in the same element of the array. I'm sorry, I'm not doing a good job explaining this. And we should probably make a new line before this. Right. Slash new line. So, alright, will this work? This should be it. Nope. Oh, okay, I just named the variables wrong. vkints, nope. Dumbest mistake of my life. Oh. There we go. Alright. So now we can do keylogger.exe. Open this again. Oh, look at that. When I press the mouse button, it writes it to the file, and I can press anything on the mouse. If I press the scroll wheel, the middle button, if I press the right button, and if I press like control, it'll write at that. I can press alt, which it calls menu. I can press the Windows key, caps lock, shift. Doesn't work with function key. I mean, nobody uses that anyway. It works with the arrow keys. Hold on, got messed up. It works with the arrow keys. It works with everything. F1, F2, F3, F4. So I can type space. So it's a little bit more concise. Alright, so actually let's test this. Trash typing. Alright. Yeah. Well, let's see if it worked. Press Control C to stop the program. Pokemon is currently the highest grossing media, and then I accidentally pressed G and then I backspaced media franchise. This is followed by a large difference by Hello Kitty. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so basically you see everything. And you can get rid of the new lines if it's kind of tripping you up, which I'm going to do. I don't know why I did this. So we went from this, all of these if-elses, compressed down to this, which is why I like D, because of its metaprogramming capabilities. This saves you a lot of time. Instead of, I actually had to make a Python script for this. I remembered, when was this? It was like in 2 months ago or something. But basically I had to make a Python script where I would just type this and it would generate out this. But this does it in the language and is much cleaner. You don't have to make any Python scripts. Well, I mean, we did for this, but that was a one-time thing. That's cool. That's really cool. Alright, so hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. And don't use it for malicious purposes. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. See ya.